Hello Libra, welcome to your reading for December 2025. It's going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides, and of course our higher selves to assist with this reading. Just like to thank those Spirit Guides and Light Beings that do assist us with the readings. We're always, grateful for their assistance, throughout our lives and also, for many things that they help us with. Okay, Libra, that one just really wanted to plop out here. Wow, no wonder. It's magical, magician. Let's see what's going to come with that. We're just seeing what you're into at the moment, what your energy is at this time with these two cards. Thanks, Spirit. Okay, well, Strength has come face up, so let's take that one off of the top here. We don't need 4 cards there. Right, so Libra, these are both figures have the infinity symbol on top of them, and there's also a high frequency attached to this. I think you've been overcoming challenges. You've been moving into a higher frequency. You are tapping into your inner resources. And I think you are realizing just how powerful you are. And maybe you're actually kind of overcoming some things that you have wanted to overcome or transmute or change for quite a while. And I think maybe you're kind of breaking through and being able to do that. This is kind of like pretty awesome stuff to be able to overcome a challenge, or, if challenges are presenting, you have some strength to be able to deal with that. But this is like next level. We have the Magician, adding extra oomph to that. So I feel that, there's something pretty special going on for you at the moment, Libra, which is really awesome. In an inner sense, okay? But it also could be that, maybe you're finding the strength and the courage to do things in your life that you haven't perhaps been doing or that you want to do for a long time, okay? Let's see what's going on. There might be something else happening, okay? We have the 9 of Wands. This is sort of a couple of cards for underneath, below the surface. Like there could be some, deeper things going on for you as well. So there might be something that you're guarding. So maybe there's a bit of a new project that you've got going in your mind, and you're kind of, you're sort of protecting it at the moment. Maybe you're not disclosing that to other people at this time, but it could be that you are, you're gathering your strength and you're gathering your inner resources to be able to deal with that. And I've accidentally started with this deck in the reading, which is fascinating to me. Okay, so I was going to start with another deck. Anywho, we'll just go on to, what's happened recently for you. Okay, maybe we were supposed to use this deck because this was the next one. Recent happenings for you here, Libra. Okay, yeah, there's something new. Apologies for that. Yeah, there's a new project and there's lots of things changing, and this could be why, if things are moving really fast for you, Libra, it could be that you're kind of caught in a bit of a not necessarily shock, but it's kind of maybe taken you by surprise a bit. And I feel that maybe you are, it's all good, it's all positive, but it just has this feeling of, you have the 9 of Wands there as well. Maybe you're a little uncertain as to what these changes are going to mean for you, or you're just trying to work out what is going on. But it's, it's all positive here. You have, to do with your creativity and your practical life here, maybe even career and job. Maybe there's some changes happening there that you are just kind of coming to grips with. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from that. Future hopes. Let's have a look, see what you are hoping for. Okay. Okay. Or maybe we'll just take the 2 off the top here. We have the Hierophant and the 6 of Cups. So, yeah, I think you're hoping for that you're wanting to make a commitment here. And, maybe this is to do with children. It could be to do with something from your childhood. But it can also be, you know, about a nice emotional exchange. So maybe you're hoping to, I mean, you could be hoping to start a family, or maybe you are, hoping to maybe even like commit to it, like a job role that has, you know, to do with youth, maybe, you know, teens, young people, young adults, or children even. But it could also be that there's something from your childhood that is calling you at this time, that you're wanting to kind of do more of, or shall we say, really align yourself with. Maybe you've sort of been dabbling in it a little bit, and maybe you're looking to do more of that, whatever that is. It might be a hobby, it could be a job. It may even be, you know, like a friend or a romantic interest from the past that you have kind of just bumped into. And, you know, maybe the sparks are flying. There's lots of things going on there with that energy. Let's just see a possible outcome here for you, for Libra. But, you know, you are really tapping into your high frequency self at the moment. So, okay. 10 of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So one of the possible outcomes here is that, there's two almost, isn't there? One is that, you know, maybe this idea of commitment is, you know, going to be like, maybe it's difficult for you. Maybe there's things in the past that have gone on that make it sort of challenging for you to do that. But I feel that maybe you are going to just be sitting on that for a while. Literally, the Queen of Swords here is sitting and just thinking about that, really trying to tune into your heart space and your mind, so your logic and your emotion and your intuition, okay, Libra, to really kind of, you know, think about this commitment, think about all these changes that are going on, or potential commitment possibly. But it could also be that you're contemplating a spiritual path here as well that is activating your inner child, okay? That's something that's going to be really fun and enjoyable for you. You are an air sign, so yeah, it's sort of natural that you would be thinking a lot about it, okay? Let's get some guidance from Spirit for you as well. But, you know, like I said, you've overcome a lot of things just recently. Okay, guidance from Spirit is to enjoy yourself, okay? Do what brings you happiness and joy, and to continue to have like a learning mindset, to be open to learning new things, be open to working with others, open to fine-tuning, and almost learning and enjoying yourself as you go, as you proceed. So it's interesting that we have the elements of water and fire here, which is sort of like the opposite, not the opposite, but it's different from intellect, isn't it? Different from logical thought. So this is like the feeling, okay, and this is the kind of almost a bit of a feeling as well, but it's inspiration. It's almost physical action as well. So Spirit's sort of suggesting that if you find yourself going into your head a lot, Libra, is to take some time out and do something that gets you feeling emotional, something that gets you inspired, and something that's physically active as well. What we needed to do here, sorry, was look at the bottom of the deck. Wow, the Hanged Man. Yes, a new perspective. So if you do usually come at things from a logical thinking mindset, this is about a different approach. And I think, given that, you know, I think there's something you're wanting to start here, but maybe you're a little uncertain about that. And maybe it's just, maybe you are overthinking it, okay? Possibly. Let's clarify the 9 of Wands there. Okay, that one actually fell with all the others. Let's have a look. 5 of Swords. Yeah, there could be some, there's possibly something within you that is maybe negating, or there could be something negative that you're telling yourself about either your potential or your abilities, or even the strength that you have in this situation. I mean, you're feeling quite good, you'll be able to master things, but I think there's a lot of things changing, and maybe you are uncertain as to if you're going to be able to manage those changes. And I get the feeling that this is perhaps because of something similar, a similar situation in the past that maybe didn't turn out so well, and maybe you are kind of putting yourself back there in that situation, playing that tape again, so to speak, that program. Let's just have another look, get another one for that. Thanks, Spirit. Just another energy for this Nine of Wands here. Four of Wands. So Four of Wands is a celebratory energy. So it could be that maybe there's some things within your thinking process that you might need to unpack, and following spirit guidance is to move into some things that are going to help you to feel good. And maybe this other situation that might have happened in the past is to I guess in your mind put that in its little box and put it on the shelf, and try to move into a celebratory frequency, because this is kind of where you're at the moment. Although this is, Magician is potential, okay, and this is the inner strength. So you have what it takes here, Libra, to overcome any subconscious tendencies to kind of dwell on things in the past that didn't work out, if I can put it that way. But yeah, let's now grab a clarification for the Eight of Wands and that Pentacle card there. The World. Yeah, so we mentioned before that this could be a lot of change going on, and that you are trying to come to terms with it, and also possibly kind of processing some stuff from the past that went on that is sort of in some ways similar to the current situation that you're dealing with. But this is the World, which is a blend of, joy, happiness, fulfillment, and also fulfilling, your responsibilities as well. So, there could be a need to really sort of sort out, this is the Page of Wands, yes, to kind of really activate your inner child, and yeah, to kind of really focus on all of the strengths and the abilities and, all of your potentially inner resources that you do have, so that you can kind of meet these changes. It's going to be successful anyway, given that the World is here. Okay, whatever you're needing to do to adapt to these changes, I think it's going to work out for you, okay? Right, let's clarify the Hierophant and the Six of Cups here as well. We're going for time. Yes. Actually, it might be more to point to clarify that Ten of Wands there, because that's... Ten of Wands, Libra, clarified by the Ten of Cups. So, this is about, if you find that when you're thinking about something, it sort of all of a sudden it becomes too hard, okay, because maybe you're overthinking it and talking yourself out of it, is to realize that this Ten of Cups is like emotional fulfillment. So, like the overthinking could be blocking you from emotional fulfillment here. Just a suggestion, okay? So, yeah, just take that for what it's worth if that resonates with you. Let's look at the bottom of the deck here. Oh, the Sun. This is really great for you, Libra, because this is confidence, happiness, really high vibe, moving into, success, overcoming this stuff here, this Five of Swords, which could be disappointment, or maybe dealing with difficult people, maybe in your past or currently. And, this is awesome. And that Four of Wands there is a celebratory energy as well. Rejoicing, having happy times, And yeah. Right, we're going to look at the bottom of the deck here. And wow, Four of Wands again. Did we just mention Four of Wands? So this is a celebration, okay? A milestone reached, something achieved. Maybe you are, it can sometimes talk about, maybe it is a celebration of a commitment. Maybe it is like a marriage or an engagement or a partnership or something to that effect here. Yeah, if that's kind of your situation, that could be on the cards for you, okay? And also on the bottom of this deck, we have the King of Wands. So Libra, this is about you holding space, but also being passionate, being able to inspire others, a really nice position to be in. So if you're looking to kind of take the lead in something, you have the ability to do that. Okay, and the King of Wands is kind of confirming that, and maybe this is about you moving into a leadership management role in your life in some capacity, whether that's personally or professionally, okay? I'm going to grab an angel card or two here. Okay, that looks like two. And we didn't grab, we just allowed it to fall out. The Magician, again, Archangel Raziel. So Raziel, you could call on Archangel Raziel, okay? Underneath it says, you are ready. That's what we've been saying. You have the resources or the, excuse me, or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. And that's kind of what we said at the start of the reading. It's magical, okay? This is doubling up on the Magician. Really awesome for you, Libra. I really like the readings this week. We've had a lot of doubling up of things, which is kind of double confirmation that, yes, you are ready. If you are looking at making a commitment, or you are looking at doing some inner work, or, navigating some changes, making a decision, you're probably at a point of strength to be able to do any of those things. King of Fire, King of Wands, which is also doubled up, which is just a bit freaky to me now. We have two doubled up energies. Focus, 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 it says. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So there's someone riding a dragon there. So if dragons resonate with you, Libra, you might like to call on your dragon guide to help you to, boost that confidence. Although you do have the sun in your reading here. This is really confident, happy, joyful. And wow, sorry, I have to say it. Directly, I just pulled this up off the deck, and underneath is the Magician of this deck as well. So, Libra, what's going on? You have three magicians in this reading. That is amazing. So positive and uplifting. Motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Did we say that? Okay, so just basically allow yourself to shine here, Libra, and try not to overthink things, if that makes sense for you. Seven of Fire, Seven of Wands, and yes, this is kind of in alignment as well. If you need to create some boundaries, it says defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. And this could be what this is about here. This sometimes is an energy of dealing with someone who has to win at all costs, and maybe this is a battle that you're just going to step away from if it's to do with someone else, okay? And I feel like you're going to be successful in being able to navigate that, if that's a personal relationship there, successfully. And yeah, defend your beliefs and decisions, and create boundaries if you need to. So to get things done, or if you're making some changes in your life, maybe a lot of things are changing, which I think is sort of the case for many of us. Yeah, so I hope that's been helpful, Libra. I look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a wonderful festive season, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.